right, everybody. 150 episodes. Wow. We've made it. Red Leaf Retrocast anime. Tori?
Yep.
You chose an anime, obviously, to commemorate this historic episode. This feat that we've done.
Yeah.
Obviously, a very popular anime that every fan is just dying to listen to reviews, listen to discussion, just deep dives into one of the most popular things in the world. What is this show we're talking about on this feature episode 150?
I mean, you joke about it, but it's actually not that unpopular. Although the
very popular.
Yeah, the anime might not necessarily be the most popular thing. It only got a 2-episode OVA, but yeah, we're talking Sukeban Deka, or Delinquent Detective.
Yes,
it's a 2-episode OVA from 1991, based on a manga from 1975 that kickstarted the delinquent girl trope.
Yeah,
incredible.
And using yo-yo as a weapon.
Dude, that is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, it is. It's a shoujo anime, by the way.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. We can get into that a little bit later. Discuss if we necessarily agree with that. I think there are elements of it that you could say, yeah, this makes sense that it's shoujo, and then there's other elements that's like, this feels like a 90s shonen. At least the anime, at least. But yeah, it is.
That's not saying it.
Oh no, shonen. Shonen back in the day was fucked up. Back in the day was fucked up, dude.
It's impressive how popular that thing was.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
22 volumes, 132 chapters.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading now.
OVA in 1991, a remake of the manga in 2021 that is still ongoing. And I think it still qualifies. It's still qualified as a shoujo. It still is.
Mm-hmm. It's also seen more like success in terms of like adaptation when it comes to live action, having more feature films and a TV series and whatnot. So didn't get much love in the anime sphere, but we got this, and I'd say that's more than enough.
Shoujo, usually shoujo comes out like that. It's like it usually has more live action stuff.
It's shoujo. It's not very similar to a lot of shoujo I've seen. It's for damn sure.
No, although
these old shoujos usually have a bunch of deaths for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, that's
like,
absolutely.
Do you remember
not
Glass
like
Mask? Like when they almost killed the main character on episode 1 by just trying to drown her, and then it's like, now you go home in the cold and you're gonna die of hypothermia, and we're just gonna teabag you when we find your cold dead body in the street next morning. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I feel like they did something kind of similar in this. I feel like they did something similar in this show, just, actually going through with it.
Yeah, it's like freaking minute 1. Okay, you're gonna become a detective because the police cannot fucking arrest kids. It's like, okay. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so we're just gonna kill your mother. That is the fucking death row. I was like, dude, what the hell?
I mean, listen, against people acting fast, and we only got 2 episodes here. We got to get moving.
Yeah, we don't have
time for this.
We don't have a 50 episode show that we should have gotten in the 80s. This should have came out in like the early 80s.
Yeah, I think like if we take this, if we take the plot of this anime, change for like a kind of like a university setting in the 80s and put fucking Sylvester Stallone as the main character, we have a fucking awesome 80s movie.
Oh, yeah.
Did any of you guys watch the live action?
No, but I want to.
I want to.
I've heard so many funny things about that.
I think I've seen. I think I've seen a long time ago. I think I've seen a video. I don't think it was about Sukeban Deka on itself, but like the history of live action adaptations, and I think there was some clips of it because I'm pretty sure I've seen a Japanese woman fighting with a yo-yo before in a video.
Yeah, it is. Probably not what you're talking about, but like if you want to dive more deeper into like the female delinquent genre, I know Kenny Lauderdale has done a couple of videos on specifically like the 80s stuff and the live actions of both Sukeban Deka. What's the other one that was called? There's another one. Hana no Asukagumi as well, and stuff like that, where it talks a lot about those. So that's, if you're interested in this type of stuff, go check out his videos on that. They're interesting stuff. There's these shows are very weird, very funny, but definitely a good time.
Oh, it's hilarious. Like we make fun of just what was that show we made fun of where like one of the guys had cancer and the other guy has AIDS and they're like in a bar like talking
heavy.
Yeah. We make fun of shit like that, but how over dramatic they make all these.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I wish it was more than 2 episodes.
You know what? Yeah, I do as well. It was the show
Maybe,
is fun. Like
I would be fine with like three OVAs.
Yeah. I'm not wanting like 100 episodes.
Kind of like, what the fuck?
Dude, yes, but that's the. No. That's what's great about it. I love that.
The first, we're going to talk about that later. It's like the first episode is like someone gave you a bucket of just popcorn, and it's fun. It's popcorn. Popcorn is fun to eat. Then you feel something cylindrical, and with a little loop inside of the popcorn bucket, and you just decide to just whack the ring out of it, and you just realize you just pulled the pin of a flashbang, and just get absolute flashbang by what the fuck is happening in the show. There's motors, there's drugs, there's military, there's Russians and American dudes. It's like, what the fuck?
Cops are getting assassinated. Well, not even assassinated. They're just getting straight up fucking brutalized in the streets.
There's
the dark detective, man.
There's the what's that fucking brainwashing plot? What the fuck? And everything is just like, yes, it's because of war domination. It's like, what? That
also, by the way,
what?
Can we just like? I know we haven't talked about it yet, but like, can we just sing some praise to that teacher who just like the students are being bitches and he just walks up and punches them straight in the face.
It's so funny. Okay, all right. I guess we're not gonna bullshit around. I'm just gonna play a drop. We're gonna review this for a long time, so here we go. Okay, so we're not bullshitting around today. I watched the dub. Both episodes are on YouTube, and the dub is hilarious. Because in that scene where the student just gets walloped, they do the pompous, like, rich British kid with like the the voice where it's like gum in their mouth all the time or cotton or something. He goes, "Look, I think you don't understand the situation we're in. We're rich, and you need to get in line, teacher." And he just fucking goes, "Oh yeah?" Fucking walks up, punches him in the nose, blood goes everywhere, and the students are like, "What the fuck, bro?"
What the hell is that? It's like, you are way too young to be telling me how I grade tests. I will not fucking change for any of you. You will fucking study and work hard to pass my fucking class. And I'm just like, my man. That's my teacher right there.
That's a teacher. It's like, my dad will have your job. Like hell he will.
At this prestigious school. This is a prestigious school. I mean, I guess there's rich kids there. Still.
Yeah. It's
okay, all right, hold on.
The subplot. It's like, we killed a bunch of peasants so the rich people can enroll in it and we can just extort them. It was like, what the fuck?
Okay,
nothing makes sense.
Yeah, the opening. No. The opening scene. We gotta give this context. The opening scene is a bus filled with kids, high school kids, 2 of them actually, and they're like gas goes off. They all pass out, including the driver. They fall. They collide, fall off a cliff, explode. At the beginning they announced 70 people died, and then later they're like, it was actually 60 or whatever. But we find out later it's an insidious plot by our main villain family, the Mizuchis, 3 sisters included, who look nothing alike, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was all for this back-end plot to get these rich kids that are in the pockets of Mizuchi, like, to replace the students in school. Can't just, like, expel them and have it corrupt. No, you have to kill them. There's no other way around it.
The school is prestigious, and there's a waiting list. And so what happens is they killed 70 people, and then the principal is like, well, shit, 70 people died. I guess I'm gonna resign.
Yeah, it's just on the
sure.
Due to the event,
the father
principal
Mizuchi becomes the principal of the school, and he's like, let me go to the waiting list for this prestigious school and just get all the rich kids, so I can just become buddies with their parents, and my kids can extort them on the classes. Like, dude, that is a heavily complicated plot. Now I know why this is a shoujo. That is a shoujo plot right there. Like, holy shit, that doesn't make a lot of sense. You don't need to fucking. You have a bunch of drugs. You can just plant drugs on the kids and get them arrested.
No. This is the 70s. Damn it. The only option is clearly murder. Yeah. Planting drugs is such a 90s thing.
You either kill people. Yeah, you only have 2 options. You either kill people or you bring out your yo-yo. Wield that mighty yo-yo.
Yeah, the main character's weapon of choice to fight crime is a yo-yo.
My mother taught me how to use this yo-yo.
Okay,
well,
so that
wasn't bad. That's special.
That last line.
Yeah, there's some special one. This is a ceramic made yo-yo. It's like, what the fuck?
Police developed by the fucking R&D department
of the military.
Yeah.
Like,
this yo-yo has been enhanced in all these ways. A wire that cannot be burned or broke. A carbon fiber steel that cannot be dented or shatter, unlike your yo-yo that you used to have. Here's your Oh, by the way, there's a special badge inside. Just kind of clip it out.
Yeah, but you can only show it for the commandant of the police force. Like, that's useless.
I've been told about this yo-yo in secret, or that badge. I never thought it was real. I mean, okay, in the police commissioner's defense, if you're, like, told by some, like, high-end guy, he goes, oh, by the way, there's a secret badge that's an undercover op that is inside a yo-yo, my first instinct would be, good joke, bro. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
She shows the teacher as like, look, co-op, and he's like, don't you think you're a little bit too old to be playing like cops and robbers? It's like, jeez, goddamn, like, are you not seeing the fucking everything around? There's a fucking AK-man detective following you guys and helping. Your kid is a fucking hacker man, and you're not gonna believe that this delinquent woman is now a police officer? What?
Okay, so I mean, because it was only 2 episodes, and the manga is, what'd you say, like 30 volumes or something crazy?
22, yeah.
22 volumes. So it's definitely not short by any means. I'm definitely curious to read some of this, because
it probably develops on her mother.
Yeah, like, there's so much missing information, like, I'd love to know.
As they mentioned that her mother killed her father, and that's why she's on
Whoa, hold on. No. That wasn't the line in the show that was explained to me. Your mother murdered her husband, who was also your father. No, it's not true.
Never. He couldn't have been my father.
Couldn't have been. No. Oh, and she's also insane. Very.
Wait,
very
hold
dramatic.
on. Let me get this right. You're saying her mother killed her father.
No, killed her husband.
And she's insane? And she's insane?
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Nah, I'm not buying it.
I'm
not buying it. Nah. No way.
I mean, with the show, with
Can't
the
be
way the
both.
show went, I mean, to me, the obvious plot is the mother was set up, and it was a murder plot to get for something that was connected. But yeah,
I mean, she does look pretty worse for wear when that one scene we get to see her in jail. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I understand she's been put in jail, but goddamn, do they not feed her? Like, holy shit.
No, this is the Japanese jail. They don't
Yeah.
feed you.
True. Yeah,
Well,
she's
well,
on death
hold
row
on.
anyway,
Wait a
so
minute.
she's gonna die.
Miss our delinquent detective, what was her name? Saki Asamiya. I mean, our opening scene with her is she's in jail, and the fucking chief or whoever was like, okay, we want you to be a detective, and she goes, nah. Look, I get a warm bed to sleep in, 3 square meals a day. Life's great. So she's looking on the
people I can
optimistic
relate
side.
to.
Yeah.
I love, dude. It's so good, dude. It's like she comes back to school, and then the Numa, the teacher's like, she came out of the reformatory. I was like, that's a reformatory? Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like a fucking 5-star prison. Alcatraz.
It looks like a fucking it looks like a medieval fucking castle. That place. What the hell?
Yeah, is that what Okinawa used to look like in the 70s? It wasn't a prestigious beach destination. It was a heavily armed prison, like off of San Francisco. Anyways, we should probably. I'm gonna just go over the plot here when this fucker came out and who did it. So it was Sukeban Deka. Came out in the spring of 1991, 2-episode OVA, about 45 minutes each, plus minus credits. It was directed by Hitoshi Nanba. So obviously with a delinquent detective shoujo type show, the director also was involved with Gosek, Golden Kamui, Grappler Baki from the early 2000s.
Literally
Hero Man.
the old stuff he did.
Yeah.
Tomo-chan wa onanoko.
Sure, yeah. He was involved with
Hey, he worked on
Aim
the
for the
Area
Ace.
88 TV series.
The what series?
Area 88, the TV series
No way.
that we watched. Yeah, storyboarded for it, not directed
Oh
it.
yeah. Okay. So the summary, or the synopsis, mind you, from AniList here is, the last time Saki left school, it was to change her high school uniform for prison grays. But when the feds needed someone to infiltrate a ruthless criminal organization operating within an exclusive high school, they knew they needed the baddest bad girl of them all. Now Saki's back on the streets for the ultimate final exam, armed with a top secret weapon that only looks like it's a yo-yo. It doesn't just look like a yo-yo.
Yeah, it is a yo-yo.
And a license to use whatever force necessary to achieve her goal. Except, guns and stuff.
Yeah, she was not allowed. She had to arrest him. She couldn't kill them.
No. Saki's lovely, lethal, and ready to lay it all on the line, because if she fails this test, the next outfit she'll be wearing is a body bag. I love this synopsis.
Can we just talk about that fucking opening scene as well? Manga? No, let me just talk first. Okay, shut up. Let me talk first. Can we talk about the opening fucking scene where it's just that fucking, like, the warden there in the fucking prison who was just talking about, like, high school, the new fucking frontier, a secret society that the police have no fucking like way to get into. It's just like, my man, what the hell? It's ruled by its own orders. Like, bro, it's a fucking high school. What are you talking about? They're building this fucking, like, high school society up to be like its own fucking thing, just completely fucking separate from, like, law and order and fucking and, like, it's not ruled by fucking Japanese laws. Like, why is fucking high school so weird? Why do they have so much power?
It's always like that. Every single anime, just like the high school, just like, nah, that is a lawless place. What?
We can't go in there. If we try, we're rejected. It's like, okay, so what?
Can't you just like investigate?
No, high school is its own frontier.
Yeah. The manga says she infiltrates several high schools in Japan, so I guess this is only one of them.
Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
only
yeah,
like
no,
one
there's-
part? Oh, that sounds amazing. I have to read this
so,
manga.
like in Japan, investigate cases of crime, corruption, and terrorism. Holy shit! What the fuck?
Well, I mean, okay, so
This show is wild. Like the second episode is wild. The first episode is just the only wild thing is the fucking Hacker Man episode, like part. The Hacker Man was amazing.
By the way, do you happen to know anything about computers? Oh yeah, I'm just a hacker. What?
excuse me? That's awfully convenient. Okay, you fucking do it then. I need names
Let me
of
just-
every student, their family affiliation, how rich they are.
Let me just remotely start the magnetic tape huge thing in school and gather the. It's like, what the fuck? Dude?
I love that as well because like even Saki doesn't like fucking realize that she's like, dude, I literally just wanted you to like break into the fucking principal's computer or something. Like, I didn't realize we were going to do it like this and say, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm too good for that.
Yeah, right. So the three, well, I guess technically four main villains is Gozo Mizuchi, the father. Then we have the three sisters, Emi, Ayumi, and Remi. I mentioned this before. None of them look remotely similar to each other, other than their like deathly evil eyes. Look like black abyss
The
are in them.
snake, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
steaks.
Yeah, pet
the snake
cobras
imagery
and-
was.
yeah. But let's see if I get this right. Ayumi Mizuchi is a crime boss dealing drugs, and she has a ton of money in a secret underground facility. Emi Mizuchi her goal is to infiltrate and corrupt like high society with like art and music, so she runs like that sector. And then Remi Mizuchi is a straight up terrorist.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, she starts. I don't know what her goal. I don't think it is explained. Her goal was.
Her goal was terrorism.
No. Before, like while Gonzo Mizuchi, the father, is alive. It's not
She
really
wanted to
explained.
overtake his position. She wanted to overtake his position.
Yeah,
That's the only thing she says.
She asked that once everything is done, Gonzo retires and she becomes the big boss. That is kind of like the as we were introduced to her, and then she's like, no, I'm just gonna use the money for world domination. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I would. She just was to fucking make everybody a slave or some shit and just rule everything. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, they really brushed
she
over that, especially
brainwashed
when Saki
brainwashed some motherfuckers. That came out of nowhere.
Well,
A
yeah,
lot
I
of things
mean,
came out of
Saki.
nowhere.
Yeah, Saki tries
Oh,
to bust
yeah.
into the mansion, and there's like 1,000 kids pulling steel on her, and I'm like, yes, delinquent show completes.
Now we're talking.
There's the four heavenly kings. There's everything in this anime, dude.
Oh my. Okay, yeah. So let's see. So Saki gets back to school, and we get this nonchalant, like typical anime opening with generic guy character A, whose name's Sampai Novaki or something.
Hey, don't call Sunpei a generic guy. My man's a hacker man, dude.
Well, he has that skill, sure. He also
He shaved his hair. It's like, she doesn't like guys with long hair. Okay, I'm gonna shave. It's great. He's like the romantic.
As soon as he shaved his head, I was like, I hate this guy. I was like, I couldn't take him. He looked like a fucking monk.
He does. I think that's the purpose of it.
Man, he was irritated. I didn't like him. So
I like
at
him.
schools, Saki's affiliated with him, and then what was that art chick's name? Forget.
Why is she not listed here? Oh damn, dude.
It's terrible.
She has to be listed here. She's not listed in the fucking character. God.
I think it's Yumi?
Junko. Her name's Junko.
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 Yeah. So she Yeah, Saki's
She
perusing
saves
the
Junko
streets.
from being raped.
Yeah, Saki's
Randomly?
perusing the streets and then comes across this woman, turns out to be Junko, a girl, and she's about to be raped in an alleyway by like 3 dudes. And clothes getting ripped off. It's graphic. And Saki kicks their ass, meets her again at school. Oh, hey, you're the, thank you, Saki. He's like, oh, you're the chick I saved from being raped. Well, find out later that Junko's kidnapped by, it was Ayumi Mizuchi, and she's thrown into this underground thing because Emmy wants to steal her painting to win this art prize, which, of course, is now going to be used to infiltrate more of high society, where you can exploit and bribe and whatnot more rich people. But Ayumi, she's like, fuck, I got this chick. We're going to drug her up with, like, everything. Like, so many needles. And these 2 dudes raped her silly. I was like, my God. And Saki was warned. It's like, don't make any friends.
Normal shit for shoujo manga.
Yep.
Yeah,
sure.
Just, par for the course. Find her, like, dead body in the train tracks with, like, no clothes, just a bra on, and the police are just like, man, playing around the train tracks. Ugh, seen it 1,000 times. I'm like, what? That is not just playing around the train tracks.
I mean, to be fair, the police are corrupt. Same thing with the fucking bosses and shit. The detective just walking up there and be like, well, we don't need to investigate this. I mean, just look at these tire tracks. Clearly, they lost control. It's an accident.
Well,
all right, job done. Bye.
I guess technically he's not wrong.
Back it up, everyone. Like, but the forensic, we don't need those guys.
We don't need the lab
coming.
and the forensics. No. Come on.
Nah,
Look, tire
they're
tracks.
they're not
Obvious.
coming. I told them to go home, take vacations. They're not coming. Let's go. Back it up, everyone.
Yeah, that reminds me of the joke of detectives in the 20s before DNA testing. 4 people have been murdered. I see the weapon is missing, and there's, look at all this blood here. Gross. Clean that up.
I see. 4 people have been stabbed. Well, it's a shame that 4 people decided to commit suicide at the same time. Oh well.
Case closed. Pack it up. It's past 4 o'clock. We're clocking out here. We can't do anything more.
We have done everything we could. You haven't done anything. Everything we could.
Son, you're going to find this is different than the Academy.
Oh,
we do things a little different around these parts.
I did laugh at
Noir.
that. Yeah.
The LA Noir experience.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And while this girl is being raped, Saki's just arrested. He's like,
she's just sitting in jail. She just sat in a jail cell for a week. Just because.
With Sanpei. He was there with her.
Yeah.
He was just hanging out. He's like, how long have we been here? A month? She's like, only a week. Come on. It's like, what?
I was like, okay, I tried to get information from the cops. Let me just try and talk to the chief of police. It's like, you should have done that. That's too short.
Right?
Like, whatever. If you wanted information, sure. It's like, she gets out at what is his name? Jin? The detective's like, why did you take so long?
Yeah, he fucking called her out. What took you so long?
I was trying to get information. It's like, no, you don't understand. You took so long. Your friend is dead. It's like, what?
It's like, it's too late for her. Like, well.
It's like, what? You could have just intervened,
Yeah, dick move on the detective. He, knows what's happening. He just goes, you know what? Too late.
I cannot intervene.
To be fair.
It's your job. You didn't save her. She's drugged and she got raped. And, they found her body. And now, her memory is disgraced. It's all your fault. Holy shit.
To be fair, it's not his problem, so, It's not his problem.
Why did you take so long? It's like, I was trying to get information. No, you don't understand. You took too long. Your friend is dead. The information you have is useless now. It's like, holy fuck.
Yep. It was fucking. It was just that was just weird. It was like, especially because like, she knows she has the out as well, and then she's just sort of like, wait a minute, call the superintendent. Just took her a week, and just suddenly realized that, like, wait a minute, I can get out of this. But yeah, no, she was framed for kidnapping her friend.
Right.
Because the power of these sisters, it's incredible. Bribing random people to just go like, oh, they did it, and then it's like, it's the people that kidnapped the girl who lived there, and then police just like,
and they came back.
Case closed. We have our culprits there. Throw them in jail.
Yeah, I did laugh at that. Where's my friend? You're the kidnapper, I guess.
Case closed. Shouldn't we look into this? I said, case closed.
Oh god.
And then we get to episode 2. Well, the get out of jail card is also episode 2. And then we get to the flashbang. the flashbang part of the eating popcorn as it usually go. What the hell was that second episode? Everyone is just dying and just, what the fuck?
They clearly had a allotted amount of time to finish the story. Just everything went a million miles an hour in that second episode.
Oh yes, it did.
It starts with Saki just going to school and whooping everyone's ass.
Yeah, she kicks like 100 kids' ass. That's all because the Mizuchi sisters have everyone under their control until they get their ass kicked, and then they're just like, "Damn, that hurts. I'm not listening to you guys anymore. You suck."
I mean, to be fair, that was Ayumi's crew, and why would they?
Yeah. And then you start fight with Ayumi, and like she has a shotgun. I'm gonna murder this motherfucker. It's like, holy shit, that is going a little bit. It's when you realize the show is going a little bit too fast. This
You don't say.
No.
This kid has a sports bike and a shotgun.
Yeah. No, she didn't have a shotgun. Remy gave her the shotgun, and I knew the moment she gave her that shotgun, I'm like, this thing's fucking rigged.
Oh yeah,
this thing's
it's like
absolutely fucking rigged.
The immediate feeling of, that shotgun's not going to go well.
Yeah,
and it's not subtle at all.
She shoots Saki, and just it blows up in her fucking face, and she's just laying there, just blood everywhere. And then she just looks up, and she only has a couple of fucking blood trickles from her fucking forehead.
Well, they're not gonna. I mean,
blood everywhere.
Again, if this was in the '80s, they would have shown her face like disfigured and exploded.
She has a remote transmitter for the vault, and like Remy start just robbing it with a Russian and a American man. And then she shows her hand and she doesn't have the fingers anymore, and it's extremely graphic. They look like ham, but that's how it is. It's like, my money is going away. It's like, why is it not in a bank account?
No, underground facility.
Yeah. And then like does she dies?
Yeah, she dies.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone dies except
it's
Remy.
It's like, okay, so she died. Cool. Let's get revenge on Emmy.
Emmy now, yeah.
It's like, she's only copying everything, and then
I love that as well. Because the proof standards is so high in this. You are only copying all your paintings. Look at this. This is the painting you made, and look at this. Pulls out another canvas. This is the original, and everyone's like, oh! It's like, brother, why is everyone buying? Why is everyone so fucking shocked? Like, anyone could just pull out two of the same painting. You can't just be like, oh my god, that one's forged? Like, how the fuck would you know which one's the real one?
Right. Yeah, they have no clue. It's brand new.
Yeah. But everybody's like, oh shit, dude. And then fucking Emmy and fucking Goso just gets the father just gets fucking arrested, and then just a random person in the fucking audience just walks up, pulls out a gun, shoots, and kills both of them before pulling a fucking gun on herself and blowing her brains out.
And it's like, holy shit. It's like, oh, it's Remy. Remy is just pulling all the strings. And Jin, the detective, throws a key and Saki is like, what is this? This is the fucking key to Ayumi's motorcycle. I kind of stole it. It's like, what? Why is the motor how did you stole the motor? You have a car. How did you pull that motorcycle with you? Second, why are you doing this?
Yeah, right. And then we got fucking Dark Detective coming out of the shadows in the background. Fucking everybody's like, oh, it's the Dark Detective. And I'm just like, who?
Yeah, that was my reaction. Yeah. Oh, it's the Dark Detective. Like, I don't know who that is. What should we?
What's special about him?
What makes him dark besides he was in the shadows, literally?
Wearing a gray suit and dark sunglasses.
Like, all right, I guess. Cool. Yeah, the plots within the three sisters are just so wacky and out of control. When Saki busts down the art gala that's for the prize and everything, and she's up on the chandelier for the epic reveal, and everyone's like, instead of the reaction of what the hell is she doing up there, they're like, oh, look at her.
Yeah. Wow, amazing, dramatic.
Yeah, and she pulls out all the paintings to say, they are forged, they're copies, and the father's first instinct of instead of going, you can't prove that, he just goes, you bitch, pulls out a gun.
Right.
I'm gonna kill you. Well, now that's immediately attempted murder, no matter how much you look at it.
I love that because he's just, I'll kill you. And then they're like, wait, you can't do it. And he's like, please, I'll use my political influence to cover this up and get away with it. And then Dark Detective just steps out of the shadows like, all your supporters have been arrested. It's like, what?
Oh, shit.
It's like, wait, hold on. I feel like that's an important plot point that just kind of got dropped in there suddenly.
Yeah, just glossed over.
Political backing? He has political backing and they've all been arrested for corruption? Where was this? Why wasn't this explained?
I mean, we all just assumed everyone was corrupted by him, so okay. It's like, all right, all his connections
No, I know, but
gone?
like still, I feel like that's like the cops is understandable. They're just cops. But I feel like the whole political thing and like being able to just get away with anything, I feel like that should have at least been addressed somewhat, beforehand. Just a mention. Anything, but nah, they give us nothing.
So funny.
We don't deserve it.
Yeah, true.
God.
And then we get to the end, like the main confrontation. High school kids brainwashed because they looked at computer screens with static.
Sure.
And
true.
Now they have weapons.
No, now they have steel.
Knives.
They have steel.
Knives
all pull and steel. Everything
all
comes together.
And they fail to even hit Saki once.
They're just students, man. They're not trained in this.
Yeah, they don't even have yo-yos.
They're not trained in the art of the yo-yo.
And just finding bombs. I was like, oh no, she needs to stop the bombs because of the kid. She just knocked unconscious.
She didn't give a shit about the bomb.
She did not. I was like, what? Why?
She's gonna blow up the mansion to get rid of all the evidence. And I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well, I guess Saki's like, dude, I cannot deal with bombs. And it's commendable. If I was in that situation, I don't know how to defuse a fucking bomb. I'm not touching that.
Same. But
I think they should have at least gave her one line. It's like, I don't know how to defuse this. I need to find another way. Time to defeat Remy. Like, oh, that would be good. But she just looks at it. And then there's a dry cut, and now she's fighting a black man. Okay.
My favorite part about that though is the fact that all this is just set up to fucking delay Saki so that Remy can get away, and she actually gets away. And then Saki runs out to the roof, and she's just like, "Okay, I know I got away.
I just killed a dude."
So she just jumps out the fucking helicopter and goes back, and it's like, then what was the point of all this delay in making sure she wouldn't catch you if you're just going to go back anyways? Like, come on.
Well, she had to get her whip on.
Yeah.
Not much of a final fight
Saki
scene, was it?
I mean, Saki got stabbed in the arm beforehand, before she threw that dude onto a fucking broken piece of glass that just pierced his heart.
That ruled. I did like that a lot. I was like, oh, that guy's dead. Super dead.
Oh no, watch out, there's some sharp glass there. Oh my god, that glass is strong, holy fuck.
Yeah, that glass fucking... Like, holy shit, that is
Pales a human body, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, the fucking lines in the final
Jin
fight.
as well. Jin pulls a Saibaryo and kills fights a attack chopper and a Apache helicopter with a 357 Magnum and shoots the guy in the cockpit. That scene is I'm pretty sure that happened in City Hunter, right?
Yeah.
City Hunter
2, I think
it was 2, yeah. It is the same scene. It is a carbon copy. The guy just reskinned a scene from City Hunter and pulled this. This anime was like, I recognize that one.
Hell yeah.
Probably
I don't forget that attack helicopter. Yeah. And don't forget that attack helicopter also just like killed like 5 police officers in the street beforehand as well. Just because. The very same police officers they fucking bribed off, it just comes by and be like, dead. Whatever. We just
and then
do
the
that.
final confrontation. Saki with Yo-Yo versus Weep. Remy with a Weep.
Whip with a snake head.
Yeah.
With a snake head. Dude, seriously. Just
lot of snake references throughout this show. Anytime like something diabolical happened, it would just cut to a snake going
Yeah.
if only we could go back to the 80s and we could convince someone to put Sylvester Stallone into the live action of this. Holy shit. Can you imagine that? Like less confrontation with a generic big buff 80s guy, probably Russian, in a full camouflage army suit and a snake head Weep against Sylvester Stallone with a yo-yo. Holy shit, dude. It would be awesome.
You are not taking this far enough. I would not stop with that. I'd need fucking Sylvester Stallone to fucking dress up like a high school girl.
Dude.
Oh god.
kind of the same outfit.
Could you imagine Stallone trying to fight people with a yo-yo in an action movie in the 80s?
That's what I did.
Cross-dressing Stallone with a yo-yo.
No, he doesn't need to cross-dress because at the end,
yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Like,
Tori made it so in this scenario.
She doesn't have the top of the
I don't care.
Thing.
I don't care. It needs to happen.
You know what? Sure, why not? That would be awesome. I think I can just put in like fucking stable diffusion AI and.
I wish we got more of that. I really wish we got more of the show and it wasn't so rushed. Because there was a line in there at the end during that fight, or near the end, and Saki goes, "My mother taught me how to use a yo-yo." I'm like, that seems important.
I mean, it probably is for the continuation, but we didn't get the continuation.
I mean, so, they are remaking the manga, so who knows? Maybe we can get a new anime series out of this.
Dude, if we get a new fucking Sukeban Deka, then goddamn.
Episode by episode review.
Hell yeah, dude. We're becoming the Sukeban Deka podcast.
Well, we finished City Hunter, so we got to pick another one.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Fucking hell.
And then Remy dies just like everyone else.
Yeah, whole family's
dead. You didn't solve anything because you kind of didn't arrest anyone. You just killed. You just get killed.
Remy didn't die. She got pulled out in handcuffs. She's still alive, probably.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure not some other criminal organization would kill her, and then it's off to the next high school, the other frontier.
Off to the next high school. The new fucking. Oh man! Someone's got to get that. Gonna watch the fucking.
Get that Star Trek entrance, but replace it with high school. High school.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely watching the live actions at some point. God damn!
Oh, for sure. Yeah. The live actions of some of these things are really wacky. There was what was that show from the 90s with the with the alien?
Like the studio,
No,
studio did Yaoi, 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 and then Sukeban Deka.
That's it.
And then a sci-fi anime. And then
Oh,
they
I didn't
just
say what
went on
studio this was. Cedo Limited. Never even heard of them.
Cedo Limited, yeah. Yeah, they have not done a whole lot of stuff. Probably one of those like OVA studios from the 80s and 90s. Yeah,
well,
from the 80s and 90s.
The top watch show on my anime list from the studio is Kazuna, which looks like two dudes are gonna fuck.
Yes,
it sure does.
And then the third one looks like another one where two dudes are gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Lesson XX a hentai?
Yes, boys
probably.
Love. It's boys
love drama erotica. Yes, they are. So Sukeban Deka and porn. With men.
Hey, man.
Okay.
They know what they wanted.
They had their audience, I guess.
They did though. I don't think they did.
No, if they did, they would still be in business. All right. Okay. Scores. How about that? Let's see. Sukeban Deka. I had a great time watching it. The show's off the rails 90% of the time. It's a good delinquent show. If there was more, maybe a little paced a little bit better, I would have gone higher. But 6 out of 10, a very enjoyable 6 out of 10. I'll put it that way.
It is. What the fuck? I gave it a 7. It was fun, but holy shit, this show is completely unnecessary. Like, it's absolutely unnecessary. It's not very often we come across a show then and just sit down and just like, why was this made? Gee, who was this made? It is absolutely just an unnecessary show, but it is very fun. At the end of the day, it was just like, especially the second episode, I was laughing the entire time. I don't think that was the intended effect, but goddamn,
I don't think so either.
Great comedy.
I feel like it was. I definitely agree. Like, talking about the quality of this show, I would definitely say that this is not a good show.
Oh no, the sound was off.
I fucking loved watching the time. Yeah, I loved watching this show. I had so much fun. I watched both episodes back to back, and like I swear they were both over before I realized what had even happened. I was like, oh, I watched it all.
Yeah,
oh shit.
Same.
It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I also give it a 7. I can't in good faith give it any higher because it just isn't a good show, but goddamn it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, when you got... Look, my first instinct when I saw Remy, I was like, is that the aim for the ace chick?
Right?
That's what I thought.
She has the fucking, like... She has the typical, like, Ojo-sama... Ocho Fujin look.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, man, things must have went wild in the tennis world. She's turned to a life of terrorism.
She didn't win the fucking tournament. Now it's everyone else's problem.
This is the actual spin-off of Aim for the Ace from what's her name? Yeah. Yeah, and then we got a lot of characters like straight out of Glass Mask on top of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, goddamn. I fucking love delinquent shows. And I do actually have another delinquent show I'm planning on us watching at some point as well.
Excellent. How did you come across this one, by the way?
Like I said, I watched Kenny Lauderdale videos a while back when he was talking about these things. And I was like, I need to watch this. All right. Same place, yes.
Okay. Well, our next episode is 151. And if you go back to a similar number, we haven't done a hentai episode in forever, guys.
We sure haven't.
Now's the time. It's coming back. Can't wait. That's your tease for the next episode. See you next time, guys.
Peace.
Goodbye.